Hello world, how goes it? Don't get to upload as many of these as I'd like to, but when I have the time, I take the time. I thought today we could talk a little bit about the FaceApp because for some reason that appears to be going viral. It's not new. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but the app's been around for a while, but I guess some celebrities started promoting it, or maybe it went through an update and it was far more believable. But yeah, I messed around with it a little bit, and at the same time, there's this like controversy going around with the FaceApp that it's like bad for security because they have access to all this data and they can mine it. And the thing is, if this was Facebook or Google, which by the way, both Facebook and Google are very bad for your security. If you care about personal data, you know, being private and not being accessed or not being sold to other things. I very much agree with my friend John Prosser over on Twitter, who talked about how you're all freaking out over the FaceApp, but Facebook and Google, they do the exact same things. The difference is Google and Facebook both provide us with services that we all utilize on a daily basis. In fact, I would go as far as to say we cannot live without them quite often. If you're watching this video right now, you're using a Google service, and to a certain extent, most humans will tolerate a sacrifice in privacy for a benefit in convenience or entertainment. As hopefully you're being entertained right now, unless you're just watching this going, you know what? I keep trying to sit through these vlogs, but they're just so boring and I don't care about what Drew has to say, so I'm just gonna go ahead and unsubscribe. Understandable, have a nice day. The difference is, guys, the FaceApp, you can download it, like mess around with it with your friends, take some pictures, make yourself look old, or change your face to a girl's or a boy's face or something like that. I don't care. Just, if you're worried about the privacy thing, just delete it when you're done. People are freaking out about something that, like, no one's going to use the FaceApp regularly, you know? It's not something that we're all going to be using every single day. Like, it's a trend, it's funny, it's cool, so you make the social media posts, and then when you're done with it, you just forget about it. So if you're concerned with your privacy, you don't just leave it in that folder of apps you keep on your phone that's like, apps I don't use very much, but I still want on my phone. If you're concerned about it, just delete it. But ultimately, I don't think there's going to be some kidnappers showing up at your doorstep because you installed the FaceApp. It all comes down to just data they want to access and sell. It likely won't result in any kind of personal compromise or personal things attacking you or you getting scammed because it's a free app. They're constantly getting you to subscribe for it. And I'll admit I played around with it a little bit too. But yeah, I was reading about all the privacy concerns as well. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, all done with the app. This was fun. I don't like the way I look when I'm old. Here it is, by the way. Personally, I would love to see in the future how accurate this app ends up being. It may not end up being accurate at all. I think it's definitely using a lot of algorithmic code to be like, okay, this is what a young person looks like and this is how they look when they're old, and it's applying it very, very well, which is obviously why it's getting so much viral success right now, is because it works pretty competently. But I feel a lot of it is building off of the data that is presented to the computer's face here in the now, which we all know our face structure in our hair lines and everything like that changes over time, and the app is obviously not going to be able to track that 100%. It's not going to be able to know exactly how your hair is going to change or how your hair is going to recede or the colors or your skin structure, whether you're gain weight or lose weight. With me, obviously it'll gain weight, but the machine learning and AI doesn't exactly know that. So I still think it's impressive. It's kind of cool because the outcome of the old person filter is very much like realistic. It looks like an actual person. I just doubt that it will likely have much similarities with an actual aging process because it only has so much data to work off of. I guess you could call this my FaceApp review because yeah, that's not going on the tech channel. Oftentimes in the past, the purpose of the vlog on Talos of Talks wasn't necessarily to always go off on some adventure or vlog some cool scenery or in nature. It was always just kind of to showcase what's going on in my day-to-day world and what's going on in life in general. And there's a lot I want to show you, and there's a lot I'm working on that I will show you eventually, but I gotta say, the one thing that I can talk about that is taking up a whole lot of time is honestly the filming videos in advance. It's way more difficult than you'd think. A lot of people have plenty of suggestions. I see them across multiple channels, not just tech, even talks, movie reviews, gaming. It's funny that only a few people are able to maintain YouTube channels, yet there seems to be a non-stop supply of people who think they know how to run a YouTube channel. They're always commenting like, well, your subscriber count is at this because you're not doing XYZ, and I know how to grow a channel. And every time I read a comment like that, one of those snarky ones that are like, clearly you do better if you just started doing this. Why, if it's so easy, don't they do it? How come they can't do it? They're very good at telling other people all of these YouTuber secrets that will magically grow your channel or magically increase your subscribers, but none of them are doing it themselves. which is kind of interesting. Everyone knows it, but no one wants to do it. Even though most oftentimes when someone suggests something that's not actually a creator, I can almost always provide a counter argument as to why your suggestion doesn't exactly work. Like, for instance, a comment I've received for many, many years now, even back in the Attic days, was that my channel will never grow or my channel will never succeed if you don't stop the daily uploads and you start focusing more on quality content and not so much on quantity, and you just focus more on like scripting out a video and keeping it concise and getting really cinematic B-roll and really high quality cutaway footage. When I'm not gonna drop names because that would be kind of rude, but I can name you some YouTube channels that do exactly that. They don't upload daily. They focus heavily on the audio quality and the video quality and the color accuracy and getting everything just right. And you know what? Because the topics at hand aren't either interesting to people or making a good enough point, or sometimes just using plain old clickbait to deceive people into clicking on the video, their channel will be dropping subs for like weeks at a time. Again, this is channel X. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I can find channels that exactly fit the demographic that so many people ask me to fill that are suffering, that are dying. It happens all the time. So to the people who say things like that, I just encourage you to understand that what may work for one person and their audience will not always work for another person and their audience. And I try not to give too much creator advice because my whole stigma that I try to get across on my YouTube channel is that no one really knows how this works. No one can really truly figure it out. Some of us make videos passionately at the right place at the right time and they happen to take off, but what worked for us will not work for everyone. I think it's incredibly individualistic what channels succeed and what channels don't, and what they did to succeed or what they did to fail. Changes so often from channel to channel. There's not some one formula that fits all. Otherwise, way more people could be doing this. But what's taking up a lot of time anyway on my YouTube creation side of things is making videos in advance for this trip, because it's hard to make videos that aren't news related, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but so many of my tech videos actually don't age very well because they're very relevant to the time that they are uploaded. What I talk about is heavily dependent on what's in the news right now, or what did Apple just change, or what leaks just dropped, or what could be coming up in the next month or two. Talking about those kinds of things and trying to predict, and at the same time be making videos on a daily basis, which I am, and simultaneously make videos that are going to come out weeks from now, sometimes over a month from now, because I'm going to be gone on my trip to the Philippines, that will somehow try to still be relevant when I'm off and far away, but they'll be able to drop and be published and people can still watch them and hopefully find them interesting. It's difficult to find topics for that. I write them down anytime I can, and some creators out there or some people in the comment section suggest, why don't you just plan out all your videos in bulk, just write down 15 video ideas and then that's how you know what you're doing for the week. I really wish I could do that. I've tried to do it a million times, and you know what? I still can't figure it out. I still can't find a way to plan like more than 5 videos in advance. Like the maximum I've ever achieved is 5, where you can like think of videos to come out without having news to go off of. It sounds really easy because a lot of people can easily think of a video title, but a lot of people can't easily think of dialogue or content to put into the videos. It's not as simple as you may think. Coming up with a topic like, hey, companies should be better at quality assurance. They need to focus on that. It's like, okay, yeah, good headline, good topic. Companies need to make sure quality is assured in more of their products. Then you get in front of the camera and you hit record and you're like, yeah, they should just make products better. Don't fail so much. And then you realize, like, wait, there's really not much depth to this topic. It's not really that simple. Hanging out in the Discord helps. I know a lot of people hear about Discord and they don't know what it is, or they don't want to sign up for it because it's just weird and they've never heard of it. But I highly encourage, if you want to talk to me, if you want to hang out, joining our Discord. I don't get anything financially out of this. It's not like if you join our Discord, I get $5. So make sure to check out that link in the description. No, it has nothing to do with that. But it's literally just, I think, the easiest and most effective way to interact with my fan base, and hanging out with a lot of my fan base in the Discord is helpful because I can get ideas for videos or bounce ideas off of people, and that simplifies a lot of my job, is just bouncing ideas off of others. But yeah, that doesn't mean if you have a video topic or a video idea, I'm guaranteed to do it, because what may sound like a good idea in your head may not actually give a lot of talking points for an entire video. So that's the struggle I'm facing right now. I still need to make like 4 more videos to pre-record before I leave on my trip. Currently, I've made 4 already that are uploaded and edited, and they're already scheduled, in fact. So there's a ton of videos that you're going to see in August that have already been recorded. I only have 1 more idea left for a more timeless video topic, and after that, I still need 3 more. I have no idea what it's gonna be. Don't feel inclined to help, you're not required to, but if the vlog's purpose is to be my little daily journal so you guys know what I'm working on and what I'm up to, that's what it is. Just trying to think of timeless video topics that are not relevant to today's news, but are going to be relevant for a lot longer than simple, like, Tesla price changes and stuff like that. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have an excellent day. Take care.